Hi friends! So welcome to Cotton Cuts Carnival Puzzle Mystery Quilt Clue 6 for Petting Zoo in the small size. So I have already set out our pieces for inventory. Once we go through inventory, then I will be doing one block per step. So I won't be doing both blocks. This does have two sections, 6A and 6B. Oh, it also has 6C and 6D. So we've got four sections for this one. So we'll go ahead and get set up for this after we go through our inventory. All right, so in your clue, you should have in the small triangles 10 of fabric A, 8 of fabric B, 10 of fabric C, 8 of fabric D, and 12 of fabric E. Then you're also going to have a kind of wider rectangle in fabric B. There should be two of those. You're going to also have two F squares and 6 small rectangle fabric D. So I'm going to go ahead and get set up for section 6A. Okay, so for step 1 on section 6A, you're going to grab 2C, 2B, another 2B, and 2A. For your half square triangles, you're making 2 of each, and I'm only going to make 1. So let's get started. So I just finished recording Fortune Teller, and it took me about 2 hours to do the whole thing, but Fortune Teller is my large colorway. So that took me about 2 hours. I haven't cut down the video yet. I kind of just immediately went into this. So I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm in a rush, but I'm kind of in a rush to get these videos recorded and get them uploaded, or at least scheduled for upload. I sewed both of my lead fabrics together. Let me put one down there. Okay, I'll do that. I am going out of town on Thursday, and today is the 9th of January. Okay, so we're pressing 1.1 towards fabric B. I'm not using any steam currently, but if it's anything like Clue 6 for Fortune Teller, for the large size, we're definitely going to need to use some steam, or at least I will shortly. So we're going to set that. This is fabric. This is step 1.2. We're pressing towards B for both. I'm kind of in a rush because I'm going out of town. My mom is having a medical emergency issue, and without going into too many details, I am flying to see her and spend some time with her on Thursday, and I don't know when I'll be back. Might be a month, who knows. Okay, so you're going to take your 1.1, which is your fabric C and B. Place that down. You're going to sew it to your large-ish, wide-ish fabric B rectangle. Then you're going to do fabric F. Then your fabric, or your A and B half square triangle, and then your fabric D rectangle. I don't really have that much room to show you, I don't think. Let me try on my iron board. Maybe this will work. So this is what it should look like. And I'm just going to start, I'm going to work left to right, sewing these together. Make sure your fabric C on your half square triangle is pointed down and to the left so that your fabric, your B fabrics are touching. So yeah, I will be gone. Not sure, you know, she's leaving on a jet plane, not sure when she'll be back again kind of thing. I'm hoping that it will be about a month, or no longer than a month that I'll be out there. I am going to be doing some regular work. I'm bringing, my knitting and my crochet with me so that I have things to keep me occupied. I'm also bringing diamond painting, but there won't be any YouTube videos. There won't be any streams while I'm out there. She kind of lives in a rural area, and while I'm sure I'll have good internet for some things, I won't have good internet for all things. So streaming's just probably not going to happen. I'm not taking my PC, I'm flying, so I'm not going to ship it. I'm not doing any of that. All right, so now I'm joining fabric F to my large rectangle fabric B. And then I'm joining, or I'm adding the small fabric D rectangle to the right side of the fabric A and fabric B half square triangle. So if you watch my large video, or my large Cotton Cuts Clue videos, this is not new information. I will have said it in there as well, but for the people who may not watch both, I wanted to make sure that I said it for both videos. Okay, so we're going to be pressing out from left to right. We're pressing our seam to the left into the fabric B rectangle. So that's that first half square triangle, C and B, pressing in towards B. And then our second seam between rectangle B and square F is going to be pressed to the right again into fabric F. And then our last two seams will be pressed to the left. See if I can make this happen. I set both my seams. This is a really awkward angle, but doing my videos like this means I don't have to spend as much time editing. All right. So that's section 6A. Already done. Set that aside. Okay, so section 6B, we need to grab, for step 1.1, grab 2 fabric B, 2 fabric B, and 2 fabric E. And then for 1.2, you're going to grab 2 fabric B and 2 fabric C. And we're going to sew these half square triangles together. Did everybody have a good holiday season? I don't know if you all watched both. So let me know if you guys had a good holiday season. If you celebrate both both like Yule or solstice or Christmas, Hanukkah, all of that, in December and New Year's. We got the news about my mom the Friday before New Year's, so our New Year is going to be spent, making sure she's okay. All right, so for 1.1, you're pressing towards fabric E. Seriously love this colorway. I can say that my selections for Tree of Life are not as, I don't want to say not as vibrant. They're vibrant selections, but they are definitely not like, there's no purple. So then we're pressing 1.2 towards fabric B. I'm sure you can't see what I'm doing because I'm trying to peel this half square triangle open. Again, I know this is kind of an awkward angle, but we're going to roll with it. All right, so then you're going to make two. You're going to take your fabric B and E, and then your half square triangle B and E, and then your half square triangle B and C, and you're going to sew them on this edge right here so that E and C are touching. It kind of looks like a makeshift flying geese block. Your B fabrics should be pointed outward like you would have placed them on a like big triangle, and the point is going towards the left. E is on top, by the way. These seams will nest. Your triangle points will nest right here. And I talked about this in the fortune teller video, but nested seams make me so very, very happy. I get really excited when my seams nest and the blocks line up. It's just one of those things that's so incredibly satisfying. And if you're not like a quilter or a bag maker, you may not necessarily understand what I'm talking about. But quilters will know. All right, so then we're going to press this down towards fabric C. I'm going to flip that up. A little bit of steam just because I can. It's my block. I do what I want. All right, so that's step 1 for 6B. All right, so step 2, you're going to grab 2 A triangles and 2 C triangles for 2.1, and then for 2.2, you're going to grab 2 more A triangles and 2 E triangles. Again, making half square triangles. Sew down, we are pressing 2.1 towards fabric A and 2.2 towards fabric E. So I taught myself to knit in December. December had a whole lot of milestones for my Twitch channel and my personal life. For personal life, I reached and went past my 20-year mark in the military. So that was a big thing. And then we hit 7 years streaming on Twitch. So we did some giveaways, we played some video games. So yeah, I think that was a lot of fun. All right, so C and A, we're pressing towards A. Again, you'll be doing 2 of these. And then pressing towards E. All right, so then you're going to take A and C. We're basically making what looks like another set of flying geese, except the point is going towards the right. C is on top, E is on bottom. We're going to sew, so E and C are touching, and you're going to press down towards E. These seams are going to nest again, these points for your half square triangles, which I love. So I'm making a travel bag. Once I finish doing all of this and get my videos edited, I will be cutting and starting the process of putting together a travel bag. So hopefully it'll be done by tomorrow. Tomorrow evening. All right, so we're pressing towards fabric E. That fabric will be on the bottom, but I turned it so that I can press away from me. I'm just gonna press it like so. Set it aside. All right, so step 3. Make sure that I have all of these. All right, so step 3, you're gonna grab 4. I am doing 2. All right, so you're gonna grab 4 fabric E, 4 fabric D, if I can get it apart. Then you're gonna grab 4 fabric C, these, and 4 more fabric E. And these are all in triangles. Again, half square triangles, that's what we're doing. So we're going to sew all of these, and you're gonna press 3.1 towards fabric E and 3.2 towards fabric C. I love chain piecing. So honestly, if I wasn't doing a tutorial video, I could probably finish this in, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if I'd say half the time, because I would get all of my half square triangles together and I would just chain piece all of the half square triangles at once. Big fan. Big fan of chain piecing, have been ever since I figured out how to do it. When I was a baby quilt maker, like very young in my quilt making, I used to put so much room in between my sections that I was chain piecing because I just wasn't sure. And then I figured it out. I was like, so easy. This is what I want to be doing. I was making my dad a knitted Afghan for his birthday, which is next week. And it won't be done by the time his birthday rolls around, unfortunately. But I'm going to take it with me to my mom's and hopefully work on it there when I'm not teleworking. Okay, so let me figure out which ones are which. Okay, so we're doing fabric E, pressing towards fabric E for 3.1. Have you taken down your holiday decorations yet? It's January 9th, and I have not. I'm going to do that today as well. Take down all my holiday decorations. I want to do the outside, but it's raining and gross outside. Okay, so now we're going to do 3.2, ironing towards fabric C. Ooh, this is going to be a cool block. And we are already halfway through Carnival, which is mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing to me. All right, so we are going to take our fabric E and fabric D, half square triangle, set that to the left. And then you're going to take your fabric E and fabric C. So D and E should be touching. And you're going to do this for all 4 of your sections. You're going to sew them down the middle so that D and E are touching. And then we're going to press towards fabric D. You're going to make 4. These seams are not going to nest. The half square triangle. I bit my cheek during breakfast this morning and I'm a little salty about it. It's like, dang, man. All right, so then you just want to make sure that your triangles or your half square triangles and your squares are kind of all lined up. If I were doing all 4, I wouldn't have to stop and like cut my threads as often. Okay, so we are pressing towards fabric D. So let me go ahead and set that seam. And then we're going to do the same thing for the next one. Okay. Now that you have you're going to have 4. Now that you have your 4 blocks, you're going to make 2. I don't know what these are called, but they're really pretty. They're like bow ties, I think. So you're going to keep 2 with the point facing up, and then you're going to take 2 and rotate them 180 degrees so that the point is facing the bottom. You're going to sew on this long edge, and we're going to press, honestly, doesn't matter, but press up. That's how you want the block oriented when we go to add our blocks on the sides. But this seam right here should nest. I just looked over at my recording software and went, I really hope that I unmuted myself. Otherwise, we're going to be doing it all over. Streamer brain is real. I don't care what anybody says. Streamer brain is absolutely real. Okay, so I'm just going to pick a side and set the seam and then iron it. Because again, it doesn't matter. You just want it oriented to the top. Give a little bit of steam. Just a little bit. All right. So you should now have 2 of these. Your E fabric should be top left and bottom right, and your C fabric should be top right, bottom left. All right, so step 4, we're going to take our units that we made in step 1 and step 2 and place them on either side. So with your step 3 unit in the middle, place your step 1, your step 1 unit to the left. So your B fabrics should be to the left, and then your step 2 unit should be on the right. So your step 2 unit has your A fabrics, and the points should be going towards the outside. So go ahead and you're going to make 2 of those. I feel like this was a pretty This one was pretty quick. Or is going pretty quickly, which I'm enjoying. I like the format of the clues coming out once a month. This seems to be incredibly easy. I have done a block of the month where I have been given like the fabric and had to cut it out myself, and that's just not my jam. It's absolutely not my jam. All right, so then I'm going to place my other unit on the other side. Your seams are going to nest, so I'm just making sure that my fabrics in my blocks match. So C and E should match their respective C and E on the middle block. I feel like maybe I didn't do as good of a job with these seams. We're trying though. We are absolutely trying. Hopefully that looks all right. Okay. Now these themes. All right, so fabric, your set with your fabric B on them is going to be pressed to fabric B. So basically you're pressing that to the left. Definitely going to use some steam here. And I will check the back to make sure that our seams are laying nice and flat. All right, and then for your fabric A side, you're going to be pressing in towards the middle. You're going to be, so both seams are pressing to the left. Again, this is kind of a thick seam. This one's a little off, which is fine. It's okay. It happens. Not every point is perfect. We'd like it to be, but they're not. All right, so I'm going to set this aside because this is now Unit 6B. All right, 6C and 6D are all the same. They're the same. You're basically going to grab your remaining fabric. You're going to grab 4 fabric A triangles. Let me move the iron. 4 fabric A triangles, 4 fabric D triangles, and you're going to sew these together to make another half square triangle. We're going to press towards fabric A. In my earlier video, I actually sewed wrong side to right side in something, and I was like, oh, well, I gotta seam rip that. All that to say, seam ripping happened. Right. Press towards fabric A for both, or for all 4. I try not to warp these, but sometimes it happens. But yeah, with block of the month, I apologize for the dogs. I assume that's the main. So we're doing them opposite, okay? So for step 2, you're going to take 2 of your A and D half square triangles, put A top left and D bottom right, and you're going to sew a small rectangle D to the bottom of that. For step 3, completely opposite, right? So A is going to be top right, D is going to be bottom left. Again, sewing D rectangle to the bottom. Just make sure you're clear on your orientation of your half square triangle before you sew your rectangle to the bottom. At first glance, I didn't see it, but then I was like, oh, they are different. I thought they were the same. All right, and this, so we're pressing step 2 down towards the rectangle. Okay, so boop, just like that. Down towards the rectangle. And then for step 3, we're pressing towards the half square triangle. Just like that. And that's it. That's it for clue 6. I can't see my broadcasting software from here. Looks like doing half of these took me about 37 minutes, but I had started recording. There's going to be some time cut out. So I'd say probably took me about 30 minutes from start to finish. So here we have section, so this is I think section 6C. Let me look. All right, so 6C and 6D. And then 6B and 6A. So you have 4 units, 4 sets of units for the small size, no matter your colorway. All right. So I appreciate you joining me for this tutorial, and please, if you would, like and subscribe. It helps the channel. It helps me grow. And then if there's anything you'd like to see on the channel, please let me know. I would love to give you more videos on anything you want. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you have a great time sewing your clues together, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!